Hey. All right now, peace and light family. I hope that y'all are well. And happy and whole and all that good stuff. I didn't realize my mic was all the way off to the side. I hope that y'all are well, family, and happy and whole and all that good stuff. Hey, how y'all doing? Wellness community. Happy 3-year wellness anniversary, y'all. Today is the 3-year anniversary of the launch of the wellness community, y'all. And I am so happy, so grateful that we are still here and still standing and still thriving. Also, happy new moon in Pisces. Today is the new moon in Pisces. And y'all, my intention for this video is to discuss finding your purpose, right? Because with today being the 3-year wellness anniversary, us also having a new moon in Pisces, this is the perfect time to really start like tapping in and analyzing what is my purpose and really like being open to receiving the answer. Okay. So my intention for this video is to simply discuss finding your purpose. I want to explain what is your purpose? What does it mean to have a purpose? Also, what are some things that we can do to help us find our purpose and really embrace this Pisces new moon energy, right? So keep in mind that Pisces energy is all about dreaming. It's all about imagination. It's all about thinking big, dreaming big, thinking outside the box. One thing I love about Pisces is that they are so creative. Pisces are natural dreamers. They naturally have a way of really deeply analyzing situations and almost like, and Pisces, hear me out when I say this, almost like fantasizing a bit. I always see Pisces as like very like fairy tale fantasy people because their imagination is so huge. They're constantly fantasizing and daydreaming about the possibilities, but in a very positive way, usually in a positive way. So with the Pisces new moon, it is our perfect opportunity to really embrace that energy and to really embrace the concept of finding our purpose and finding out how we should manifest or show up in our purpose. New moons are all about manifestation. New moons are all about setting intentions. So this is the perfect time to set your intention and be open to receiving the answers to the questions like, what is my purpose? And how do I manifest my purpose? Now, the reason that this one of the reasons that this topic is so close to home for me and it's like so embedded in my heart and in my soul is because I truly feel like, yes, we outside, Ronza, we outside. I truly feel like, and I just feel like, but I know for sure that as of right now, today, I am living in my purpose. And with today, February 20th, 2023, being the 3-year anniversary of the wellness community, right? It's our 3-year wellness anniversary. With today being the 3-year wellness anniversary, I feel like it is my duty to share what this is, what this means, and how I got to this point, right? Of like finding my purpose and truly feeling like I'm living in my purpose, right? Now, when it comes to your purpose is your why. Why are you here? What are you meant to do? All of us, I believe that all of us have a purpose. All of us have, a reason for existing, a reason for being, right? Go back and watch my soul contract video. There's an exchange, there's a reciprocity between us and the universe. What are you meant to receive and what are you meant to give, right? When you are born into this being. So all of us have a purpose. And many people spend a lifetime trying to figure out what is my purpose? How do I manifest in that purpose? How do I show up in that purpose? Right? My true, honest belief, and listen to me closely when I say this, my true, honest belief is that all of our purpose, every person on this planet, all of our purpose is centered in healing. You are a healer. And I know that that sounds like a big, huge title, like a healer. Who am I to call myself a healer? You are a healer. Your purpose on this planet is to heal. So when it comes to finding your purpose, the answer is clear. It's to heal. The question is, how do you manifest in your purpose? How do you show up as a healer? What type of healer are you? No matter what you do on this planet, If it's meant for wellness, it is healing. You are a healer. I don't care if you are a comedian. A comedian heals. Laughter heals. If you are a chef and you love to cook, food can be healing. Food can heal. I don't care if you are actually like a doctor or a doula or a midwife. All of those are healing services. I don't care if you are a psychologist, a therapist. You are a mental wellness healer. You are a mental healer. No matter what you love to do, even if you are a basketball player, football player, you do sports, to have entertainment, if you are an entertainer is a healer. An entertainer gives a person an opportunity to take a break from the realities of the world and have fun and laugh and maybe reflect on their own life in a positive way and perspective. Entertainers are too healers. If you are singing, you release vibration from your throat, from your voice, from your mouth. Vibration is healing. You are a healer. So everybody's purpose through my eyes, everybody's purpose on this planet is to heal. You are a healer. And I think, when you go on a journey of trying to find your purpose, trying to figure out who you are, as opposed to say, I don't know my purpose, I don't know who I am, start embracing the mantra, I am a healer. Your purpose is figured out. Your purpose is decided. I am a healer. That's it. That's what you do. You are a healer. That's your purpose. So it's no longer, I'm trying to find my purpose. I'm trying to figure out what my purpose is. You have a purpose. You are a healer. I am a healer. The question is, how do I heal? The question is, how do I manifest as a healer? How do I show up as a healer? That is the question. So your purpose is decided. You are a healer. Now, how do you manifest as a healer? How do you show up? My first piece of advice on trying to figure that out is, what heals you? What is something that you do? What is something that you practice that makes you feel well, that makes you feel whole, that makes you feel good? And it doesn't have to be anything like, typical, stereotypical, holistic wellness stuff like, oh, I'm a herbalist or drinking my tea. Sometimes it is that, but it doesn't have to be anything like that. It could be something like, when I'm not feeling well, what makes me feel better, what makes me feel healed is I can watch a movie or watching my favorite show or going to play on the piano. I used to have a roommate back in college where she would get angry. Her and her boyfriend child, they had a real toxic, traumatic relationship. Huh? And they would go argue, they would be back and forth, they would be tussling. Honestly, I was gonna say Mo, but they would be tussling. Okay. He would leave the house, she would go in her room and she would just play the piano. And she would come out the room and be a whole new person. She feels better. Playing that piano for her was healing. So how she manifests or how she shows up in her purpose is she could literally go out and make a career as a pianist. Okay. And oftentimes we think that when it comes to our how we show up as a healer, what we do, oftentimes we think that we have to be perfect. You have to be the best one. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be the best at it. You just have to show up as your authentic self in it. And that is perfection. So if cooking, right? Cooking makes you feel better. This is your how. Your purpose is to heal. Something I like to do when I need to feel better is I cook. Cooking is healing for me, right? So how you show up in your purpose is you could practice cooking. You could practice being a chef. One of my favorite chefs on TikTok is, y'all probably know her, especially if you're on Black TikTok. Chef Moise here. Chef Moise here. Chef Moise, I really, really love her. And what made me fall in love with Chef Moise more was the fact that she did a video and she said, I am a self-taught chef. Chef Moise has a huge following. She's been viral on TikTok multiple times. She's booked all the time, doing all kinds of gigs. That woman is a self-taught chef. Food is healing. What is her purpose? To heal. How does she heal? Through cooking. This is a woman that realized that she loves to cook. Cooking brings her joy. She taught herself more ways to cook, how to get better. She practiced her craft, and now this is her career. So when it comes to showing up in your purpose and manifesting in your purpose, we all have the ability to do it. The question is, how are you going to do it? How open are you to doing it? How much are you willing to practice your purpose? How much are you willing to practice your mechanism or your method of healing? How much are you willing to practice it? And then go out and do it. Go out and do it. There's a lot of folks who, when it comes to like finding their purpose, and again, it's always trying to figure it out. It's figured out. You are a healer. The question is, how do you heal? But when it comes to like figuring out the how, immediately you start running to all the things you can't do. Well, I'm not that good at this. Well, I do this, but I'm not that good at it. I do that, but I'm not that good at it. Oh, well, I can sing, but I'm not the best singer. I'm not that good at it. I can dance, but I'm not the best dancer. You can get better at it. You can be anything you want to be, whatever level you want to be at it, you can do it. We have to get out of this idea that in order to be good at something, you have to be as good as someone else. We have to get out of the idea of comparing and contrasting. And the key is comparing you to only you. You are only trying to be better than yourself, better than the you were yesterday, right? So when you're trying to like master your practice and master your method of healing, it's not about looking at other people and saying, oh, they do better than me, or they're better than me at this, or I can't do it because they do it like this. I don't care how many people are doing it. I don't care how good the other people are. Nobody does it the way you do it, because that is authentically you, right? I have this thing where, family, something that used to really bother me is when people say, there's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. I reject that with everything in my body. Oh, you can't be creative because there's nothing new under the sun. I completely disagree. I completely reject that with everything in my body, simply because how could you ever believe that you were made in God's image, but you don't believe you have the power to create anything? How could you ever believe that you have the ability to be great, but you don't think you have the ability to manifest anew? How? It makes no sense. People say there's nothing new under the sun. Yes, it is. I'm the new thing under the sun. The sun never shone like it shone when I was born. I'm the new ray. I truly believe this, y'all. I visioned it. When I was born, a new ray popped out of the sun, and the sun shined like it ain't never shined before. And the same thing with you, and the same thing with everybody else on this planet. You are the new thing under the sun. You are it. You are the new ray of light. When you was born, the sun shined the extra little beam of light, and it brightened just a little bit more. Okay, it brightened just a little bit more. Okay, every time a person is born, a new ray of light shines. A new ray of light is added to that sun. So we are all the new thing under the sun. All of us. We all have the ability to create. Shout out to Badu. Badu said, if we were made in his image, then call us by our name. If you believe that you were made in God's image, that's in the Bible. Okay, all my Christians, huh? That's in the Bible. You was made in the image of God. If you would believe that you was made in the image of God, then God is a creator. Therefore, you are a creator. If you believe that you are a cup of God, God is the ocean, and you are a cup of God, the ocean, God is a creator. You are a pinch of creation. You too are a creator. You have all the abilities that you were made in the image of, right? You too can do it too, right? So you have the ability to manifest and be exactly who you are. And that is the thing that somebody else needs. So I don't care who is doing what it is that you want to do. If you are a person who's into makeup, right? You love makeup, get on some type of social media platform, pick that camera up and do makeup tutorials. I don't care if there's 50,000 people doing makeup tutorials. Ain't nobody going to do it the way you do it, especially when you're being your authentic self. So that's another piece of advice, is show up as your authentic self in everything you do, right? Show up as exactly who you are. Don't feel like you have to bend and fold to fit in. Don't be afraid to break the mold and do everything opposite of what somebody else is doing. As long as it's authentically you, that is the key. And the reason why it's important that it's authentically you, because if it's not, it's going to show. If it's not going to work. You may be able to get away with pretending to be something that you're not for a while, but eventually, what they told Ray Charles in the movie Ray, what they said, your coat is slipping. Eventually, your coat gonna slip. Eventually, your true you gonna come out, and you gonna get caught out there being something other than what you have showed, and that's not what you want. The best thing is for somebody to say, this person that I see is exactly who I see. when I'm around them, this person I see on the internet or this person I see on this platform, that platform, they are just like that in person. That's authentically who they are. You don't have to put the camera on and morph and become somebody else. You just are who you are, and that's what's going to make you different. That's what's going to make you unique in your field, because there's nobody who will do it exactly the way you do it. You are the new thing under the sun, okay? So again, when it comes to like finding your purpose, just start chanting the mantra, I am a healer. Get out of this idea that you're seeking your purpose and you're trying to find out who you are. You know who you are. You are a healer. The question is, how do you heal? What is your healing mechanism? Is it beauty? Is it showing people how to enhance their beauty through makeup or through whatever, through posing? Okay, if you saw, I just put up a video asking, like, I don't, what do y'all do with y'all hands when y'all be posing? It's somebody out here who is a master poser. Okay, please create some tutorials. If that show the way you do what you do and you love it so much, that's what you do. That is healing. You are teaching. If you are a teacher, or educator in any field, in whatever you do, teach. That is healing. You're sharing knowledge with the world. That is healing. Okay. I don't care if you cooking. I don't care if you make drinks. I don't care what you do. If you do hair, whatever you do, you into fashion, whatever. Okay. Please, whatever it is you do, just do it as your authentic self and just practice it and step out on faith and really just like put yourself out there. And I'm gonna end with this, okay? Because I didn't plan on being before y'all long. I got somewhere to go, okay? But the thing is, with the wellness community, again, shout out to the wellness community. It is our 3-year wellness anniversary. I love y'all so much. The thing about it, you know, with the wellness community, when I started it, February 20th, 2020, right before the panty, okay, right before the panty, when I started the wellness community, Patreon wasn't like a popular platform back then. Okay, it just wasn't. 3 years ago, Patreon, like during the pandemic, it started blowing up. But before the Patreon, I only knew one other person that was on Patreon, and that was Kev on Stage. And he was on, and I actually learned about Patreon from following him on Patreon, right? So it was not a popular thing. And I'm not gonna front, like I was a little hesitant of like, should I do it on Patreon? Should I do this thing? Because not only would I be rolling out this idea, this vision, but I also would kind of be rolling out this vision on a brand new platform that people don't really know about, that I would then have to teach about. And it's kind of it was a very new way of doing things at the time, but I didn't question it. I didn't question it. I didn't question the vision that God had given me, which brings me to this. Come on, shout out to the stage crew. Shout out to the stage crew. I love me some Kev on Stage, but and Mrs. Kev on Stage. I love her dearly. But the thing about it is, and this also goes with the how to find your purpose. Ask God. Ask God for clarity. Ask Spirit for clarity. Ask the universe for clarity. Ask for a sign. Ask for an omen. Ask, and you shall receive. A closed mouth don't get fed. So if you are in a space where you like, well, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know like I said, you know what your purpose is now. You are a healer, but you don't know how to show up in that. Don't be afraid to ask for clarity. Ask, what should I do? Tell me how to move and I'll go. Tell me what to do and I'll do it. Ask God, ask Spirit, ask ancestors, ask your spirit guides to give you a sign, give you an omen. What worked for me was I was in a space, right? Like right before I started the wellness community. If you guys don't know, I was diagnosed with lupus back in 2015, right? So lupus is an autoimmune disease. I could go a little bit into detail about it, but essentially, a big trigger for lupus, right, for having an episode is stress. And at the time, I was doing YouTube and I was working full time, teaching at a charter school full time, where I was working 12 plus hours a day, usually. Okay. And recording and doing content and doing everything at the same time, and it was causing a lot of stress on my body. So I was back and forth to the doctor. I was in and out the hospital. It was a lot going on at the time, and literally I knew that I love teaching, I love working in the school, but I was that aspect of manifesting in my purpose in that way. The passion was diminishing quickly, and I knew that I could manifest my purpose in a larger way by focusing fully on creating content. And I knew that I wanted to build community. I had already started doing it via YouTube, right? So if you go back and look at my intro video, where if you click on my channel, there's like an intro video. And I'm like, oh, I think at that time I was like so grateful for like 500 subscribers. Shout out now. I think we are over 60K now, 61.6 it says. So shout out to y'all. But at that time I was at like 500 subscribers, wasn't sure, like what to do next. And I asked God for a vision. I knew that I couldn't do both anymore. I knew that my body couldn't handle both anymore. It was causing me to become physically ill. I knew that I couldn't keep going at the rate that I was going, but I wasn't willing to give up on this vision. I wasn't willing to give up on this aspect of my purpose, because another thing is your purpose can show up in multiple ways as a healer, but I'll get into that later. Anyway, I knew that I couldn't keep doing both. And literally, y'all, I was so tired. I was so worn. And before I had went to bed, I had prayed. I ain't gonna get emotional fooling with y'all, but before I had went to bed, I had prayed and I had asked God to give me vision. What should I do? Just tell me what to do and I will do it. I had some tea. I literally remember sitting on my bed. I used to have a twin bed. Okay. I was in a small room. I had a roommate. If you know my old videos, you know that bed, it was set real high. I was sitting on my bed, drinking tea in my teacup. I had chamomile and mugwort, and I was asking God for vision. I literally wrote it on a piece of paper. What should I do? I need vision. Tell me what to do and I will do it. Tell me how to move and I will move. And I really was just like writing a letter, almost like a letter pleading and asking God, spirit, ancestors. And I put some salt, I put some lavender, and I folded the paper up, put it under my pillow. And I was just, first off, I had it. So this is my teacup. Say this is my teacup. I folded the paper up. I had it under my teacup, and I'm just sipping my tea, and I'm praying. Everything is silent. I'm praying. I'm communicating with God, and just like expressing how I feel, expressing what I'm seeking. I'm just seeking vision. This is what I want to do. I feel like I know my purpose. I know I want to teach. This is how I want to teach. This is what I want to teach, but I don't know how to do this and be able to be well financially and be able to be secure. I'm paying all my own bills. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't, living with no family and nothing like that. I'm paying my own bills. I was like, I need to be able to survive. Give me vision, please. Right. Finished my tea, put the paper under my pillow, went to sleep. Woke up at 4:00 in the morning. Clear as day. Clear as day. Not only was it clear to do the Patreon, right? What was also clear was exactly how I should do it, exactly what should be on it, like how to word everything. It was all very clear. I woke up 4 a.m., y'all. Woke up. It felt like I was just like pulled up out of my sleep. I opened my laptop and I started building my Patreon. I started creating it, typing out all the different things and turned on the camera, recorded an intro video, yada, yada, yada. And that's how the Patreon started. February 20th, 2020 was when I launched patreon.com/TheQueenPo and the wellness community begun. And y'all, the reason I tell that story is because I knew my purpose. I knew my purpose was to be a healer. I knew my purpose was to teach. I desired to build a holistic wellness center community, a space where we could convene, where folks who are on a holistic wellness journey, I don't care what religion, where you're coming from, what background, gender identity, sexuality, I don't care who you are. If you are on a holistic wellness journey, I wanted a safe space that we could come together and say, hey, y'all, I dreamed about this. Hey, y'all, I had this revelation. How y'all feel about it? Hey, y'all, I was reading this article. What y'all think about it? I just wanted this space where we could come together and share information and share resources, right? So, boom, the vision came, launched it, and it's been up ever since. Up ever since. Literally, y'all, launched the Patreon. And for me, I ain't gonna say I don't take like, I'm not a numbers person. Like, I don't be checking, like you see, I just had to check to see how many subscribers I had. I don't be checking my numbers. I don't want to say I don't be taking this shit too serious, but I don't take the analytics and stuff too serious, right? So I'm not understanding, like, how people feel about this platform. I'm not thinking that people really on it like that. Y'all, I launched the Patreon, and literally by the end of February, my full salary that I was making as a teacher at that charter school was covered. All my bills was covered. Literally. And mind you, my Patreon still to this day is only $5 a month. For $5 a month. And people just, I launched it and people was on it and people was here for it and people supported immediately without question. And I really feel like that was God saying, you did it. I got you. You did it. I got you. I got you. I really feel like because I was so shocked. I remember going to work, y'all, and I shared an office with a coworker. Shout out to Melissa, and I was like, "Girl, I'm doing this thing called Patreon." And I remember she was like, "What's Patreon?" And I was like trying to explain it to her, and I'm like, "Girl, it's already 400 people have subscribed to this." Like 400 people, girl. I was just in such shock that it happened. But I'm telling y'all, when you follow that vision, when you ask God for an answer, and I'm not even trying, I promise you, I'm not trying to be like preachy, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just really telling you my truth. When you ask God for an answer, when you ask God, what should I do? When you ask God to give you clarity, and as soon as you receive that clarity, you move, you execute, you do it. Don't wait. Don't go back to sleep. Like I said, it felt like I was pulled up out of my sleep. Like I woke up and it was all clear. I could have turned back over and went to sleep. I could have been like, I'll do it in the morning. I'll do it when I wake up. I'm going to finish sleeping though. Hell no. I got my ass up. I got up. I opened that laptop and I did not go back to sleep until the vision was executed. God told me to move and I moved. You know what I'm saying? So this is for anybody who you feel like, okay, well, I don't know the how. Ask God for the how. Ask God for the clarity of the vision. Ask God what you should do. And as soon as you receive it, I don't care what you're doing. I don't care where you at. You better drop everything and move. Drop everything and execute. And trust me, you will be rewarded. And it's going to feel like, I don't even know where this is coming from. I don't know how this is happening or why is this happening? Why are people enjoying this? Why are people liking this? Why are people like, what's going on? It ain't you, baby. It's God. It's not you. Trust me. And I never take it as, oh, it's me. They just love the Queen Po. They just love. No, it's God. I really feel like God just be touching folks. Like, do it, subscribe, support, get into it, do it. I really feel like that. It's God. You gotta get out your ego. Because it's not about you. When you're moving in your purpose and you are a healer, it's not about you. It's not about you. It has nothing to do with you. That light that you have, I value people. I appreciate folks. Folks will be like, you have a light, you have a light. It's not my light, it's God's light. Think about it, like think about Beyonce performing at a show. If that light in person ain't shine that spotlight on her, we would not see Beyonce. We would not see her. Okay, that's why when the light was off and she said somebody getting fired because she knew the folk can't see her without the light being shone. God will shine that light on you and folks will see you. But you got to listen. You got to follow that vision. You just got to move. You just got to do it. I promise you, just do it. I don't care what race, creed, color, religion, whoever you are, whatever you do. I don't care what it is. This is everybody. We all have a purpose. We all are healers. The question is, how do you heal? The question is, how do you manifest as a healer? How do you show up in your purpose? And as I was saying when I talked about, like my passion changing and shifting, how you show up in your purpose can occur in a multitude of ways. It can occur in a multitude of ways. You can show up in your purpose in 3,000 ways. Okay, trust me, it's infinite. Sometimes God will say, okay, you are a healer. You are a teacher. I need you to show up and I need you to go to this school and I need you to teach this and do this. When I was at the charter school, right, I had said I was never going to go back in a traditional classroom. I don't know what even made me do this. I had started it's a whole thing. But I started a business essentially going into schools and doing ABA work, applied behavior analysis. That's my background, doing applied ABA work, right? I don't know what attracted me to this charter school, but y'all, one day I was on a train and literally somebody, I'm a friendly person, having a conversation with the person next to me. We talking about like what we do and what's our passion. I was telling him what I do. And he told me, you should check out this charter school, right? Listen, y'all, checked out the charter school. went, introduced myself, did my whole thing, applied all that stuff, y'all. Started working at the charter school, and I'm not even gonna go into too much detail, but literally had a great impact of shifting lives of not only children but coworkers. God sent me to that school for a reason, to show up in that school and do what I do here on YouTube. I was able to do in that school for a reason. You know what I'm saying? For a reason, and helping somebody else, specifically another teacher, find her purpose and show up in her purpose and manifest in her purpose. One of my students' parents helping her show up in her purpose and find her purpose and manifest in her purpose. So going to that school, I was able to fulfill my purpose of being able to teach about holistic wellness, educate, and help other folks find their purpose just by following spirit. And God said, "Hey, this person said do that. You can't stop thinking about it. Go here. And when your time is done there, I'm gonna have you go over here and do this. And when your time is done there, I'm gonna have you show up over here and do this." And that's how working in your purpose works, right? So that's why I said, when it comes to your purpose, you need to embrace the fact that you are a healer. I am a healer. Start embracing that mantra and ask God, how does God want you to manifest as a healer? How does God want you to show up? Where does God want you to go? How does God want you to move? And everything you touch will be blessed. I think about it like the Midas touch. Everything I touch turns to gold, diamonds, whatever is valuable, anything valuable, anything I touch is going to do that, because I'm not touching it because I want to touch it. I'm touching it because God told me to touch it. I'm not doing it because I want to do it. I'm doing it because God told me to do it. I'm not chasing money. I don't chase no money. If I wanted to chase money, I could be over here offering, doing one, instead of doing a $5 Patreon and sitting on Zoom and talking to y'all for 6 hours. I could be doing a class for $100 a class per person. You know what I'm saying? I don't chase no. I don't need to chase no money. I've been infinitely blessed because I do what God tells me to do. Money just comes to me easily, abundantly, and it is well. Thank God I ain't never had to worry about or want for nothing since I've been moving in my purpose. Okay, so don't focus on the money. Don't worry about the money. And I know that sounds like crazy. It sounds wild, but like I told y'all, woke up with the vision. God said, put it at $5 a month. I put that Patreon at $5 a month. That was February 20th, 2020. By the end of February, my salary from that charter school was covered. $5 a month. My salary from that charter school was covered by the end of that month. February only 28 days, baby. February is only 28 days, baby. Okay. When you move in your purpose and you follow the light of God, you truly, 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 I promise you, you don't have to chase no money. You don't have to worry about no money. You will just be abundantly well. You don't have to ask folks for no money. You ain't got to be out here begging for nothing. Everything you touch is going to blow. I promise you. Everything you touch is going to blow. It just is, because God put the light on it. God put the light on it. That's it. God put that spotlight on it. God's gonna touch folks and gonna say, support that. This is it. Move in that. And they're gonna move. Trust me. It's gonna happen. You will be able to attract all the abundance you desire. Just move in your purpose. Okay. So, how to find your purpose? You are a healer. Start chanting, I'm a healer. You want to know how to manifest in your purpose? Ask yourself, what makes me feel well? What makes me feel good? What's the big thing, the general thing? Is it cooking? Is it doing hair? Is it doing makeup? Is it fashion? Is it watching films? Is it whatever it is? What makes you feel well? How can you do that more? Before you go to bed, ask God for clarity. Write it down on a piece of paper. Write down your questions on a piece of paper. Write it in a journal, whatever. Put that thing under your pillow. You could, the tea is a bonus. Okay. Y'all know how I feel about mugwort. Mugwort helps enhances dreams. Right now, we have the Pisces new moon. Pisces is all about dreaming, imagination, dreaming big, fantasy, fairy tales, all of that. Please understand that this is the perfect time to truly enhance and embrace your dreams. Write down your dreams, and I'm talking about not just dreams when you're sleeping, but also your daydreams. When you sitting there just chilling and you kind of drift off and your mind wanders, pay attention to where your mind wanders to, and write all of it down, because there's some clarity in that. It's some answers in that. Before you go to bed, write your questions down, put it under a pillow, drink you some mugwort and some chamomile. Mugwort enhances dreams. Chamomile helps you go to sleep and relaxes the body. You can have some valerian root. You can have some lavender, whatever makes you feel good and well. Some ginger. I put ginger in everything, all my teas. Okay, ginger is like ginger, cinnamon. Ginger, cinnamon, and chamomile is one of my favorites. But ginger and cinnamon for me is gonna go into every tea I make. That's just my thing. Ginger and cinnamon complement each other so well for me. But chamomile, valerian, lavender, some mugwort enhancing the dreams. Y'all, before you go to bed, and like I said, make sure you just write it down. Write down your vision, write down your questions, write down your purpose, write down your desires, put it under your pillow, and pay attention to your dreams. And when you get the answers, when you get that vision, you better move. Soon as God blesses you with the answer, soon as God blesses you with the vision, you better move. Do not roll your ass over and go to sleep. I don't care if you got to cancel some plans. I don't care if you can't answer the phone. You need to cut your phone. You better move. When God gives you the vision to do, do. Don't make no excuses. Don't be questioning. Don't be concerned. Just do. And trust me, when you follow the light of God, everything you touch is going to turn to light. Everything you touch is going to be abundant. Everything you touch is going to be blessed. Everything you touch is going to be well, because you are following the light of God. God is clearing your path. God is clearing your path. Another thing I want to tell y'all, something I do right when I'm in the shower and I'm washing my feet. In the shower, I hope everybody washing their feet in the shower. But when I'm in the shower and I'm washing, especially when I do my last wash, okay, I do 3 washes. I do I call it this is a mental thing. I call it a surface wash. So I wash, this is my surface, and then I do a deep exfoliating wash, and then I do my final wash for smell. I'd be like, this is my scented wash, and that's when I use like a good strong body wash, right? So when I'm doing my final scented wash and I'm washing my feet, I ask God to clear my path. I'll be like, thank you, God, for clearing my path. While I'm doing that whole wash, I'm speaking light and life over my body every time. Speaking life, praying over my body, various parts of my body, right? Thanking God for my body. But when I get to my feet, I always thank God for clearing my path and making it easy. Clearing my path and making it easy. Clear my path and making it easy. Thank you, God, for clarity. Thank you, God, for clearing my path. Thank you, Spirit guides, for guiding me on my path. Thank you for clearing my path and make it easy. And I do that while I'm washing my feet. Clear my path and make it easy. So I also advise that you start practicing that. Cleanse your feet down. When you lotion your feet down, just give thanks to God, to Spirit, to the universe, to Spirit guides for clearing your path and making it easy, because that's what will happen. Your path will be made clear and it shall be easy. And you don't have to worry about nothing. You really don't have to worry about nothing. Once you embrace the fact that you are a healer, once you embrace the fact that none of this has nothing to do with you, it's all in alignment with God and with the universe. Once you start embracing that oh yeah energy, that change, that transformation, and you open yourself up to being willing to show up and manifest in different aspects and versions of your passion, of your purpose, once you really embrace this idea and this concept of really shape shifting, because it's shape shifting. You know what I'm saying? Once you embrace shape shifting and you embrace the fact that you have the ability to show up and to change and to shift, you are willing to really dive into anything and do anything, no matter how weird and crazy it may sound. You are willing to dive into it and just practice it and just do it and know that it is going to be easy. It is going to be easy. And like I said, don't ever in your life worry about no money. Don't ever worry about no money, y'all. I'm a person who, I don't come from, a family that has money. I don't come from that. If you know my story, you know my story. You know what I'm saying? I don't come from a family who could take care of me. I don't come from that. So, but my family is very, I do want to give this caveat. My family is very, and I'm blessed for this, they're very spiritually and emotionally supportive. My family is very much like, whatever you're doing, do it, long as you okay. And that's what they're good at. But financially, they can't support me. I had every reason in the world to be worried about money, because if I didn't pay the rent ain't gonna get paid. If I didn't put the food on the table, I wasn't gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't put the roof over my head, the roof wasn't gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? So I technically had every reason in the world to be worried, but I don't, because what I trust is my wellness. What I trust is that God is gonna take care of me. God is gonna make sure I'm good. I have never, since I've embraced that philosophy, I have never had to worry about, even when I thought I was going to have to worry, even when I thought I might have to get concerned, even when money got a little low, and I was like, okay, well, I don't know, my rent, this many thousands of dollars, what I don't, how am I, even when I thought, I promise y'all, this is a whole, now I can't even get into it because it's a whole nother thing, but I promise y'all, God literally sent me clear vision of what to do and how to do it. And I was blessed with $10,000. And the crazy thing is it's legal money, okay? It's legal money. It was $10,000 I got blessed with. This was a few years ago. And the crazy thing is I'm a person, when I get an opportunity, I put everybody, I put all my friends on. I'm telling them like, hey, y'all apply for this. Hey, y'all do this. Hey, y'all. And it didn't work for anybody else but me. Everybody I tried to put onto the opportunity, it didn't work for anybody else but me. That's how I know it was God. 100% legal. It wasn't no hustle. It wasn't no scam, no nothing. God sent me this opportunity. Everybody I tried to put on to even help them get the opportunity, it didn't work for nobody else but me. That was God. That was God. So even in the moment where it was like, okay, well, all right, now, God, money getting a little tight. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Tell me what to do. Literally, got an email with an opportunity, did the opportunity, and boom, it worked. 10K in my account. It worked. You know what I'm saying? And again, it was legal. It was legal. Government, if you're watching this, it was all legal. You know, I ain't did nothing. I ain't did nothing. But that's just like speaking to the light of really just asking God. I don't worry. I just ask God and I wait. I don't worry. I ask God and I wait. Okay, and this is with everything in my life. I don't worry about no money. I don't worry about no niggas. I don't worry about nothing. God, if this the man for me, show me. That's how I move. God, if this is the man that's supposed to be in my life, either right now or forever, show me. Give me a sign. Give me clarity. I don't worry about nothing. God gonna tell me what to do. God gonna give me the light. God gonna give me the signs. Okay, I don't worry about nothing. I'm telling y'all. Okay, listen. We don't worry about no niggas. Okay, God, show me what to do. Give me a sign. Shed the light. If the light don't hit it, that ain't it. If a nigga ain't got a glow, he ain't my nigga. Okay, if God don't put that light on you, you ain't the one for me, babes. Okay, God gonna move me on, huh? God gonna move me on, and I don't question. I don't care. I don't care how fine you is. I don't question it, huh? God said, nope, I'm gone. I don't care. Like it's no questions about it. You know what I'm saying? I move like that with everything in my life. So I advise you do the same. I advise that you always ask God, what should I do? Tell me how to move and I will move. And you just be still. Don't do anything out of ego. That's the hard part. It's like, stepping outside of your ego. Don't do anything out of ego. Don't do anything because, it sounds good. It sounds fun. It feels like it's going to feel good to you. Or no, you got to step outside of your ego and step into spirit. Step outside of your ego and step into God. And all things will be abundant and be blessed. Okay, y'all, I got to go. Okay, because it is already, I was supposed to be out the door at 3:30. So I was gonna be quick with y'all, but it's 4. I'm working on being on time, y'all. That's one of my new practices, okay? But I ain't supposed to be there till 5. But I'm still working on being on time. So right now, y'all know I always say my healing focus area. My healing focus area right now, how I'm trying to be better to my community is showing up on time. So being better because this is, again, moving outside of ego. Okay, moving outside of ego. We having a meeting. We got a meeting coming up on for the wellness community. We got a book club meeting, and so our book for this month is Finding Soul on the Path of Orisha. And we got a book club meeting on Saturday, but we may have another meeting before Saturday, so we could talk about finding purpose. But I also feel like that kind of ties into the book. But anyway, like I was saying, My healing focus area right now, and again, it goes to like moving out of ego, moving away from my ego, as I'm truly working on being on time. I'm working on that, like being better to my community by being on time. I always have been a notoriously late person, and it's not like intentional, like, oh, you say 4, I'm coming at 5. It's not like that, but it was just like I just go with my vibe, and I prioritize my vibe over everything. So for me, if it's time for me to get ready for something, I'm getting ready, and I'd be like, I'm not really feeling it. Let me just meditate, or let me do this, let me do that first, and just get myself in the vibe. I would go with that. But now I realize, in coming with age, this comes with age and maturity. For me, I've realized that, that is inconsiderate. It's inconsiderate for me to not value time, somebody else's time. So if I'm meeting other folks somewhere, if I got plans with some other folks, it's inconsiderate for me to put you on pause, especially because, and I'm never expecting anybody to wait on me. And that used to be my excuse. My excuses used to be, I'm not asking y'all to wait. I always tell y'all, go ahead without me, move forward without me, and I'll just catch up. I used to always tell folks that. But sometimes, y'all, and this is for my notoriously late people, sometimes you got to realize that people value your energy. People value your presence. So, yeah, you late to dinner, you late to brunch or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And, you like, oh, well, y'all could just order without me. Just go ahead without me. But people want to connect with you. People want to build with you. People want to see you. They want to hold on to you. People value you. You know what I'm saying? So you like, oh, go without me. But that's still hurtful to them. Yeah, you giving them the freedom to move forward, but sometimes folks don't want to move forward without you. They make plans with you because they value you and they want to connect with you. So out of respect for that, and with me gaining this new understanding, I'm practicing being on time, okay, and not just being on time, but I'm practicing being early too, to like really sharpen my skill with being more mindful of time. Okay, so it's something I'm working on. But I'll probably do a whole nother video on that and let y'all know how that's going. And really, the biggest thing is me starting very early. So like, I'm meeting somebody for dinner at 5. It's only about like 20 minutes or less than 20 minutes really, from where I'm at in Brooklyn. It's in Brooklyn. But I'm like, okay, I said, I know I want to go live. Before I go live, I'm going to get ready, and then I'm going to be prepared. So that way, when I finish the live, even if the live is late, I could just go straight there. So technically, I don't need to leave my house till 4:30, but it's about to be 4, and I'm already going, after I hang up here, I'm probably going to change my pants, and then I'm going to go ahead over there and preferably be early. Okay, so that's my healing focus area for right now. I'm being more conscious and mindful of time, and really just my energy and the energy of my loved ones. When I'm meeting somebody somewhere and they are valuing my energy, I value the fact that they value my energy. And I'm appreciative of that. So that's something I'm working on now out of respect for that. Diddy is son. Did y'all see the video I put in my Instagram stories? You said, where Diddy? Diddy somewhere probably put himself in time out because he tore up my jewelry box. Y'all, I got a little ring. I should show y'all. I got a little ring from this company. Okay, then I'm getting on here after this. It's a sister on look at that. Can you? I don't know how to. There we go. Y'all see? Ain't that cute? Ain't that cute? It's a sister on on TikTok, and she got a little jewelry company. Can y'all see this? Black owned business. There you go. Look up her TikTok, and it's some dope earrings too. It's some dope earrings. Where's the earring box? Oh, right here. Let me show y'all the earrings, honey. I might wear these earrings today. These earrings is fire. Y'all probably, once I show y'all the earrings, y'all gonna be like, well, I know her. Look at these. Look at these. Dope. Look. But Diddy, that's what Diddy was tearing up my jewelry box. So he had done put himself in the timeout. But you see, now he done popped up because I done put the jewelry box back in. Oh, why I can't put it? I'm over here struggling, y'all. She a sister on TikTok, okay? And I saw her business and I support. Look at it. Ain't these cute, huh? These cute. Ain't that? And I think the earrings was only like 20. I think it was like $20, maybe a little cheaper. Black owned business, honey. She a black woman. She a beautiful sister. She got a bald head. She beautiful, and she be wearing these earrings. And she sell them, okay? And the ring, where I put the ring? Oh, the ring is back here. But the ring to match, honey. Okay, so support her. She black woman. There we go. Black woman. Support her. Okay. But all right, y'all. I love y'all. I'm about to go. Okay. I hope this video helps, and I will see y'all soon. Say bye, Diddy. Say bye, Diddy. Okay. Love y'all. Peace.